Okay, guys. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the loops concept. So this if and else is important. If this example is important or these things are important for us in order to understand today's class, right? So assignment 1, first I asked the prompt the user to enter the weight in kgs and record that one in the weight variable. So I'm asking the user to enter the weight in kgs so that the user will understand that he has to enter the weight in kgs. First step is this one. Okay, step number 1. First ask the user to enter the weight in kgs, and whatever the weight he has entered, that you have to store. So the value he is going to enter is going to be in the string. That value might be float value he may enter int value, anything he may enter. So that I'm going to convert to the float. First, I'm asking the user to enter the weight. So the user is entering his weight as something like this, 63. Now, whatever the 63 is there, that I'm going to store in the weight. Okay, I ask it to record in the weight. So if I open this weight, value of the weight, let me check whether I have stored correctly or not. So value was stored correctly, done. So first step was completed, step number 1, right? Step number was done. So first ask the user to enter the weight and store it in the some record that one in the weight. You may record as weight and you may record as any other variable. That is not a problem. Okay, record means store that value. Record means store. Prompt the user, what is your preferred unit of height? Type F for feet, M for meters, and record the preference. Record the preference means store the preference, whatever the user has entered. So I'm asking the same thing as it is. Whatever is there in the question, as it is, I'm printing here. So asking the user to enter your height details, select F for feet or M for meters. I'm asking the user to enter either to enter your height details. To enter your height details means before to entering your height details, select F for feet, M for meters. Either select F. F also have clearly written the caps lock F. M for caps lock M in meters. The user is going to enter the F. Okay, F. Now, if the user has entered the F, what you have to do? If the user has entered the M, then what you have to do? Yes, you have to print the invalid input. If the user has neither entered F or M, then you have to say it is a invalid input. So now, first ask the user. Second step also completed. Next, if the user says F, then prompt user, you will have to enter your height as feet and inches. And first you enter the feet and record the feet, means store that feet, and prompt the user to enter the inches. So I'm asking if the height was entered F, if it is equal to F, here the person has entered F means, then it has to work this block. If the height was entered M means this block has to be executed. If neither of them means this block has to be executed. Whatever the block of code is there, that block has to be executed. Now the person has entered F, then ask the user to enter in the feet. So since the user has entered the F value, I'm asking first to enter your height in the feet, 5. And ask the user to enter your height in inches now, 11 inches. Okay, now 5 feet, 11 inches. Now whatever the height is there, that height I'm going to convert into the meters. Whether he has entered in the meters or whether he has entered in the feet also, I'm converting in the meters. So why you are converting? Because here the BMI formula is in the meters. So in order to convert this one to the meters, what I have to do? So here I'm going to open the calculator. Inside the calculator, there is an option called as length. So I'm selecting here length and here 1 feet, whatever the 1 feet. 1 feet is equal to how many inches? Inches means everyone knows 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. I want in terms of not inches, I want in terms of meters. 1 feet is equal to 0.3048 meters. 1 feet is equal to 0.3048. Now I have entered how many feet? 5 feet. Means 5 into 0.3048 you have to write. Right? Now, next, whatever the height they have entered, whatever the feet, they have entered 6 means 6, 10 means 10, whatever it is. Similarly, inches also. 1 inch means how many inches? How many meters? 1 inch. 1 inch is equal to 0.0524. 1 feet is equal to 1 feet is equal to this one meters. This is meters. This is meters. Now the same thing I'm doing here. Whatever the feet is there, 1 feet. Whatever the feet I have stored. For example, 5 I have stored in the feet. Feet into 0.3048 plus inches into 0.0254. Now the height also converted to meters. 511 will be converted accordingly. Now 5 feet 11 inches. What is the meaning of 5 feet 11 inches means? In height, 5 into 0.3048 plus 11 inches into 0.0254. Then it is called as in height in meters. The person height will get in the meters. Directly the person has entered the meters means no problem. No need to do all these things. So now once I have executed this code, Okay, once I have executed the code, it is going to calculate the height in meters also. Now, if you want to print your height in meters also, you can print even height in meters. Print height in meters. 5 feet, 10 inches. 1.778 meters. 5 feet 10 inches is equal to 1.778 meters. Now, whatever the user has entered, whether the height they have entered in the F also, finally I'm going to get height in meters. Whether he has entered M also, height in meters. If this is executed, if this block is executed, this block will not be executed. If this block is executed, this block will not be executed. Any one only will be executed. So if the variable name I'm considering both of them same also, no problem. Right? Now here, next. So here the same question was written. That is, take the value of F. If the value was entered F, ask the user to enter the height in feet and inches, and enter the feet, enter the inches. If the user has entered M is no problem. If the user has chosen F, convert that height into meters. Okay, that I have done. If the user has chosen F, convert the height in meters. Right? Next, compute the BMI by using the formula called as weight in kgs divided by height square, which is in the meters. So BMI formula is weight. Weight is already in kgs. I have selected directly kgs only. And height in meters square. Now I'm going to calculate this one. So the BMI is 19.92. If the BMI value is less than 18.5, you have to say you are underweight. Otherwise, you are in normal weight. Great, less than 30 means you are overweight. Else means automatically more than 30. The last one is more than 30. You are in the very overweight. This is the code. Is that clear? So each step, first enter the weight, height, and automatically if the height was entered F means you have to convert the height in the meters, and BMI, and finally you have to give the answer. Whatever the steps they have written, first step by step I have written the assignment. Okay, is that clear? You may write in a single cell, you may write in a multiple cells. That is not a problem. Don't worry about the number of cells. Right? Sir, for example, one of the student will ask, sir, in the height only, hero itself I have written the if also, sir. One more if. Can I write like that? Okay, no problem. Here itself, if the height is equal to F only, here itself you calculate the BMI, here itself you take the if and else, everything you can do. That is also your choice. Okay, there is absolutely no problem. But if you are working as a Python programmer, in the real life, if you are working as a Python programmer, what is your target? If you are working as a Python programmer or a Python developer, programmer or developer, both are same. Okay, if you are working as a Python developer or a Python programmer, your target is to execute the Python program in less time. You have to execute the Python code. The Python code has to be executed in less time. Your target is it has to be executed in less time. The overall execution from the top to bottom, overall should be less time. It has to be executed. That is your target. Less time in terms of means nothing but less number of lines of code. If you are having less number of lines of code, automatically your target also will be completed in less time. So here the target is this one. You have to execute in the less time. Whereas data scientist, the target is the Python, whatever you are executing, Python or whatever the things you are executing with not less time. This is not the target for the data scientist. The target for the data scientist is with maximum accuracy predict. Predict with maximum accuracy is the target, not with respect to less time. Though you take more time also, no problem for us, but we want the better accuracy. That is the target of the data scientist. Okay, we'll not focus with less lines of code or a very fast execution. That is second priority. So that is second priority for us. First priority goes with respect to maximum accuracy. Okay, this is most important for the data scientist. Okay, here Python code is top priority. Code is the top priority. In what way you have written the code is the top priority. Coding is the top priority. In the interview, they'll see your coding skills, the way of your coding skills. In the interview also, they'll check this one only because that is the top priority. Here, the top priority goes with respect, not code, analysis. In what way after the code, whatever the output you have got, that how you are analyzing. That is more important here. Analysis is more important. After the code is important. Writing the code is not important. Here, the person analytical skills, they will check in the interview, not with respect to coding skills. Now, let us move on to the next concept called as loops. Most important concept. In the entire Python, most important concept. If you understand this one, next one is very easy. Right? Loops. Loops means nothing but doing the same thing multiple times. Loop means nothing but repeating or doing the same work for multiple times, for different values. With the same value, same thing you are doing means no different values. For example, nothing but you are doing this examples, if and else you are practicing. Doing the same thing means writing the same code. You are doing any importation, no, right? You are writing first time one program. After that, you are going to change the values and you'll see how it is working. First time you have taken the greater than or equal to symbol means next time you are trying with the less than or not something or equal to symbol or in operator or using is operator or something, and you are going to check whether the condition is getting true or not and everything is working or not. That like this. If in the class I have explained you greater than or equal to symbol means in the after the class one time you will do the same thing, greater than or equal to. Multiple times if you do the same example you are doing multiple times, 100 times you are doing the same example means then it is called as imposition. Okay. Practice means doing for different examples, changing the values or changing the operators or changing the things. Same thing here also. Loop means doing the same thing but for different values. You have to change every time. Now what is the difference, sir? There is a block of code. Already I have told you what is meant by block of code. Block of code means where certain lines of code will be there. At a time they will execute, either execute or ignore at a time. Set either executes or either ignores. Not in that block, one line will be executed, one line will not be executed. It can't be like that. Execute means all the lines execute. Don't execute means all the lines should be ignored. That is called as block of code. Now here we have seen the block of code for the example called as if block. When you are working on the if, we have seen the block of code. When you are working on the else part, we have seen the block of code. Elif part, we have seen the block of code, right? Now here, for example, let us take if and else. Okay, here block of code is there, here block of code is there. Now here in the if you are having one condition and this condition is true means this block of code will be executed. How many times it will be executed? One time. It will check the condition only for one time. The same thing has to be executed for multiple times. Multiple times it has to check the condition. Every time it has to check the condition and it has to do multiple times the same thing means then what you are going to do means you are going to use the loop. Loop means with respect to doing the same block of code multiple times. Same block of code. Here only one time it will be executed, here multiple times. That is the difference between conditional statement versus loop. In the conditional statements, the block of code will be executed for only one time. The block of code will be executed only one time. Entire block of code one time based on the condition. Here, if there is no condition also, the entire block will be executed only one time. Here, condition is not there. For else, condition will not be there, but one time. If the block of code is getting executed for only one time, then it is called as conditional statements. Okay. So it is checking only for one time means it is called as conditional statements. But if it is checking for multiple times means it is called as loop. So in the last class, list L is equal to 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 10. You are having like this list dot remove of 10 means it is going to remove only one time. It is checking the condition only for one time. I want to check the condition for multiple times and I'm going to use the loop. When I use the loop, first it will see the first value. It will check whether it is 10. If it is 10 means remove. Again, second value. If it is 10 means remove. Third value. If it is remove 10, 20 means, 10 means remove. If it is not 10 means don't remove. Simple. The meaning of L dot remove is if it is 10 means we have to remove. Right? So here the same thing I'm going to use multiple times. Instead of one time, multiple times I'm going to do the same work. Okay. So loop means nothing but if there is a situation where you need to execute a block of code for several number of times. In that case, we have to use the loop. Sir, I want to check only one time, sir, means conditional statement. No need to write multiple things, right? So in general, the statements are executed sequential. Whatever the block of code is there, inside the block of code, each line will be executed in the sequential form. One step after one step. Here we are having two. One is called as while loop and one is called as for loop. Two types of loops are there. And don't compare with other languages. So whether do while is there, this one is there, don't ask like that. In this Python, we are having only two loops. Okay, only while loop. The second one is for loop. Only two loops we are having. No other loops are there. Okay, one loop works based on the condition. One loop works on the condition. One loop works on the with respect to the given sequence. It works on the sequence. While loop works on the condition. For loop works on the sequence. What is meant by this condition? What is meant by sequence? We'll understand. Okay, one by one we'll understand. So here we are having two types of loops. Two types of loops concepts. Two types of loops. First one is while loop, where it works based on the condition. It works based on the condition. Okay, it works based on the condition. Second one is for loop. It works for a sequence. Whatever the sequence was given, it works for a given sequence. Okay, now first let us start with the while loop, heading as while loop. Right, now what is while loop? While loop means you have to write the syntax for while loop. What is the syntax for while loop? Means while, small h w h I l e, small w, not caps lock, small w. Okay, small w h I l e, while condition. You have to write one condition. Condition colon, keep the colon, and write the inside the block of code. Whatever the block of code you want to execute, write that one. Whether it is 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 20 lines, 500 lines, whatever it is. Okay. Now what happens? Till now, in this case, this is the syntax. Now, how it works? Next question is how it works. Working of while loop works. How it works? Means it executes the while block. It executes the while block. It executes means it will do the work. Python code will be executed. It executes the while block multiple times. It executes the while block multiple times till the condition, whatever the condition you have written here, this condition is true. Till the condition is true, it will execute. It will stop executing. It will stop only when condition fails. When the condition fails. If the condition was not failed, when the condition fails means the condition is false. The output of the condition should be false. The output of the condition should be false. Here also, how you have applied for the if side of the if, how you have written, same way we have to use. Either we have to go with the Boolean operator, logical operators, comparison operators, identity operators, or membership operators. Using these 4 operators only, we have to write that one. Or some kind of is null, is alpha, like this we are having, right? Wherever the output is either true or false, that one only you have to write as the condition. You can't write as per your choice. The condition, if you execute separately, it has to be either true or false. The same thing, whatever we have done for the if. If 1 plus 2, it will work. 1 plus 2 means 3. 3 means whether 2 or false. Nothing is there, right? So it will not work. It will throw the error. The output of this one, if you write whatever this one, if you write separately in the Jupyter notebook, separate cell, the output should be the true or false. You can't write as per your choice, right? So it works on the based on the conditions, means conditions output will be either true or false. Whenever the condition word is there, means the output of the condition is true or false, right? Now, whenever the condition is false, automatically it will stop. It will stop automatically. Whenever the condition fail, it will stop the executing the while block. Okay. Now, sir, if the condition was not failed, sir, never it has failed. Assume there is a situation, never it has failed. Then it is called as infinite block. Always it is true only means, never there is failed means it is called as infinite block. Never it will stop. It will execute on. Never it will stop. Right? Then it is called as infinite loop. Is that clear? Now we'll see multiple examples. Now, the first one, while loop. The while loop in Python is used to iterate over the block as long as the test expression is true. Test expression or condition. Both are same. In this given flow chart, I have written the test expression. Test expression is also called as condition. Test expression is also called as condition. Both are same. If the condition is true means execute the while block. Again, now here, let us see here the code. Now first I am going to take x is equal to 0. Okay. Now while x is less than or equal to 6. X is less than or equal to 6. So first it will substitute the x value 0. 0 is less than or equal to 6. It is checking the condition. What is the condition? Condition is 0 is less than or equal to 6. Output of this condition is true. Since the output is true, execute the while block. Inside the block, whatever the code is there, execute. After executing from here, let me execute. Okay, first I'm writing 0 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. Condition is true, so it is going to execute print x. Okay, print x. Print x means what is there in the x? 0 is there, so 0 will be printed. After that, x is equal to x plus 1. Now, what is the x value? 1. Now, latest x value is 1. Now, from here, it will not come down. For example, there is a code here like this, print srk or print ds or something. It will not come down. It will not directly come down. Then if it comes down, then what is the difference between if and while? If means first this block of code will be executed, one time only it will check, and after that immediately it will come down. Only one time it will check. That is the difference between if versus while. If in this case, if is there, it will check only one time. One time condition is true. So condition is true means if block will be executed. And after once the if block is completed, it will come down directly to this part. But whereas while loop means after coming to this part, again it will go back to here. Again go to the first position. Don't come down. Again go to the first position. Again go to the first position. Again go to the first position. Again go to the first. Like that, how many times it will go to the first position means till this condition is satisfied, it will go to that position. Whenever the condition failed, here the condition fails, right? Somewhere it will fail, right? Then automatically it will come out of that one. It will ignore this block and it will come down. Down, whatever the line is there, it will execute. Nothing is there means nothing, it will be executed. So that is the difference between the loop versus if condition. If means what is the difference between if versus while? If condition, whenever there is a if, condition is checked for one time only. Condition is checked for one time. Condition is checked for multiple times. Is checked for multiple times. This is called as conditional statement. Statement, because one time only it is checking, it is called as statement. It is called as conditional loop. Multiple times it is checking the same condition multiple times, which is called as conditional loop. This is called as loop. Loop means doing the same thing. Always remember, doing the same thing is called as loop. Simple. Okay, it is going to do the same thing. Means this part will be done multiple times. These two lines will be executed for multiple times. Till this condition is true, these two lines will be executed. Inside two lines is the two lines is executing. 20 lines are there means 20 lines will be executed for multiple times till this condition is true. Is that clear? That is the difference between if versus while. Right? If you understand if means, while will be easy. If you have missed it for the if class means, you have to by heart the while loop. Or without understanding also, you have to shake that head that you are understand. You have to bluff yourself. If you have practiced the if conditions and you have done the assignment and if you have done everything, today's class will be easy. Whoever has missed the if class or whoever has not done the this particular assignment or nothing, they don't know what is the if and what is the block of or nothing means. Today's class is right. So for understanding the next levels, always remember the basics or fundamentals. We have to be very strong so that the advanced parts will be easy. In the entire Python, the advanced part is in the core Python, the advanced part is loop only. Within the core Python, this is the best one. And all the programs are designed based on the loop only. Maximum number of programs. Maximum number of programs are designed on the loop. Right? Now, here while, so here I'm going to do, see here, whenever there is a block of code in my notes, generally I will write like this. For my practice purpose, I'll write like this. Whenever there is this one, I'll take a rectangular box with 3 columns. Out of these 3 columns, the first column says whatever the variable is there, this is the variable, this is the block of code, and this is the output. Any example, whether it is a small example, whether it is a big example also, I want the correct answer in the output means I will write in my notes in this way. And whatever is in the output column, that is going to be printed. Whatever is in the output column, the answer will be that one. The output of that particular cell will be this one. In the last line, whatever is there. In this way, I will write in my notes. This is way of my preparation. Okay. Where first x is equal to 0. Okay. Block of code. That is 0 is less than or equal to 6. Keep a column. And condition is true. I will write in the notes step by step. For every example, I will write like this. This example completed. Second example completed. 20 examples I take also. 20 examples also I will write. I will take for practicing while loop only almost 3 to 4 hours. Because I am also from non-IT background. I am not from basic IT background. Many of them don't know. In my company only, none of them knows this one. Only my HR knows and team lead with respect to the project manager knows. Basically, I am also from non-IT. I am from rocket science. I have shifted from rocket science to data science, where my PhD is in the data science. Then I have got with respect to, I am implementing this rocket science project in data science from IIT Madras. right? Now, so this way, once when I'm shifting from non-IT to IT, I also don't know any kind of programming language. In my BTech first year only, I have went through the C language. That is common syllabus, right? That is the only program I have known at the time. After 8 years or 10 years, almost, not BTech 8 years, BTech 4 years only. After that, MTech was done. After that, working I have done. After that, I have joined in the PhD, right? When I have joined in the PhD and I want to implement some project related to this, then I came about the coding part. Again, I came about this one, everything. Then automatically I have learned with respect to the Python. When I'm learning the Python, it is also new for me. But the only thing is I have practiced for more time. And I have done with respect to certifications. Wherever the certification it is available, I used to do. Almost I have done with respect to 50 or 55 certifications. Okay. Wherever IIT certification is there, IIM certification is there, that is there, this is there, NIT. If there, during the COVID, the central government has given with respect to more night. In the time I have done with every day. I used every day's class for my things, right? For getting the certifications. By the time itself, everything was completed. Why I have done the certifications means someone is giving the priority for certification means for those companies I will apply. I will keep that one. My resume is not a fixed one. Company to company, the resume changes as per the company requirements. For example, tomorrow there is a company which is working on the financial project. Okay. In the job description, I have seen some kind of financial. Any person with the finance background is good. If they written that word sentence means immediately I'll change my resume. Finance projects will come into the top priority. Remaining things will come in the down. That is strategy to attract the HRs. I will also have some minus, right? Minus are there. Some minus are there. But that minus I will keep in the downside. After seeing 90 plus points out of the resume 100%, 90 plus points are there, 10 minus points, they'll accept. Everything minus only miss. Opening itself -2 open. You have open in the resume. Then how the impact will be there? So, for example, you are from non-IT background. Assume that you are non-IT background. You have done the data science very excellently. You know data science. You are from BTech Mechanical. In your resume, first word itself, BTech Mechanical. Important. Instead of that, data science, these many projects I have done. That is important. Projecting yourself in a right way is also important. Right? So please practice for multiple times. Automatically, you'll get the job. The only thing you have to do is practice. Okay. Now, here x is equal to 0. 0 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. So condition is true means print x. What is there in the x? 0. So 0 will be printed. After that, x is equal to x plus 1. That is 0 plus 1, which is 1. With this, the first step is completed. From here, it will come down or not? No, it will come to again back because still the condition is true only. Condition was not failed. While block was not ignored. Again, it will come back. X is equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 6. Again, the condition is true. Next, print x. Print x means 1 will be printed. First, this line will be printed. After that, it will do x is equal to x plus 1. That is with respect to 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay. Again, it will come back to here. Now, x is equal to 2. 2 is less than or equal to 6. Again, the condition is true. Next, x is equal to 2 plus 1, which is nothing but, before doing this one, first print 2. So first print 2, after that 2 plus 1, 3. Next, it will come to here, x is equal to 3. 3 is less than or equal to 6. Again, the condition is true. So condition is true means x is equal to 3 plus 1, which is 4. So print, first 3 will be printed. After that, x will be executed. Next, x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. 4 is less than or equal to 6. Again, the condition is true. So first print 4. 4 will be printed. After that, x is equal to 4 plus 1, which is 5. X is equal to 5. Again, 5 is less than or equal to 6. Again, condition is true. So print 5. 5 will be printed. After that, x is equal to x plus 1, which is 6. X is equal to 6. 6 is less than or equal to 6. Again, the condition is true. X is equal print 6. First 6 will be printed. After that, 6 plus 1, 7. X is equal to 7. 7 is less than or equal to 6. Condition failed, false. So stop the loop. Now, what is there in the output? Column 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these things will be printed. And once for this part, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it will come down. Empty line. Next line. Print DS. So DS will be printed. Right? For example, the syntax is here. The mistake is here. So 0 to 1, it will print. And after that, it will throw the error. While block is, there is no mistake, right? First while block will be executed. The problem is in this one. So what is the problem in this block? So it will execute and it will come down here. And it will throw the error here. This part is not having any mistake, right? This is not a compiler, right? So whatever the block of code is there, the block of code is repeated for multiple times instead of one time. The same condition, okay, same example. Now I want to see whatever I have written here, print ds, okay, print ds, and I have got the answer as like this. Now I want to see the difference between while versus if. Copy, same example, I will not change. Instead of the word while, I will change to if. Now what happens? So that now I will understand the difference. Now what happens means x is equal to 0. It will create an object with 0 with name it as x. Now if x is less than or equal to 6, that is 0 is less than or equal to 6, condition is true. Condition true means it will check the print 1. So print whatever the x is there. In the x, what is there? 0. So 0 will be printed. After that, x is equal to x plus 1. Now once it is completed, from here it will go back to here? No, because this is a conditional statement. It will not repeat the same thing. It will come down immediately and it will print the ds. Now what is the output means? 0 and ds. These are the two things. Now what is the latest value of x? 1 is the latest value. 0 is not the latest value. 1 will be latest value. So it is going to delete the old object of 0 and it will create the new object with 1 and x. Because ints are immutable. Different object has to be created. And the old object will be deleted. That one also I'll write in my notes. Old object I will strike off and I will create a new object 1 with x. And after that I will write ints are immutable, so it is going to create a new object. Every time I will write. Multiple times if I write, multiple times it will register in my brain. I'm not that much of topper to understand by seeing first time itself to understand everything in my brain. Basically, I'm not that much of high talented person. Okay. If I'm that much of talented person means I used to get in the Google CEO. By seeing itself, I know everything means I'll listen to every class, and by seeing only I will become the Google CEO. Right? I'll not be in the Naresh IT as a data science trainer, right? Simple logic. We have to do the practice, but that practice not blindly by by-hearting, by understanding. Okay, this will do like this, like this, like this. Understanding. With understanding, I will do the practice. Right? Everyone will, example I'm saying, everyone will feel the gate exam. Whatever the gate exam is there, this exam, most of the students, BTech students will feel as difficult exam. But this is one of the most easiest exam where I have qualified for more number of times with five times or 6 times. I don't remember exactly, 5 or 6 times approximately. And where my rank first time is with respect to All India 51, for which I have got the admission in the BITS. All India level 51, my gate rank is, right? So, but where we have to make a strategy, there is some strategy is there for gate exam. Okay, so for do you know in the industry, whoever has qualified the gate, they'll use different priority. You know, reason behind that, you know, why they'll give the priority, why they'll be interested in IITs, IIMs, or with respect to NITs. Why these people, why these companies gives the top priority for these people? Do you know reason? For example, there is a BTech computer science background. One student from BTech computer science, he is from a normal college. One student also BTech computer science, but from IIT. CSC only. Both of them are CSC. For him, the TCS company has selected in the campus interview and they have given us 3.5 lakh package. The same company has went to IIT and the same TCS was given with 8 lakhs package. Why? Company is same, fresher only. Both are freshers. Both are freshers. Here, IIT degree, why they are giving that much of priority? Reason. There should be some reason, right? The reason behind that is these people, if they get the doubt, they will solve on their own. Their dependency is less. They are not spoon-feeded. Notes they want means oral notes only we have to give, not with the running notes slowly dictating. I will dictate, please write the notes. While loop, heading as while loop. Right? What is meant by while loop? Dictating everything and opening the notepad and typing. Spoon feeding will not be done in the IITs. The way of explanation will be different. The way of our practice also will be different. Okay, the students tomorrow, what is the reason behind this TCS gives that one? Because the students, once they have selected in the company, they're not dependent on the others. But whereas spoon-feeded students, whatever the doubt they get, they'll send a mail. Sir, doubt, sir. Sir, doubt, sir. Forget about the training part. In the real life, I'm saying. In the real life, if you are seniors and you are a team leader, we will get a mail. Sir, I have stuck it off here. I have stuck it off here. One time, okay. One time, common doubt. Okay, fine. For everything, they will send a mail. They'll expect the phone speeding. There also they'll expect. If your work hours I am only doing, then why you have to select Yura? That is the problem. The students are getting spoon feeded. That is the reason what I'm saying for you is practice on your own, and you have to do that one, development. If I write the running notes, step-by-step notes, tell me one option, tell me this one. If I write the step-by-step notes in the class, letter to letter, I will write in the class. Very clearly, I will write. You will also write in the notes. And I will explain one simple programs. Simple programs I will explain in the class. And for assignment also, just I will change the numerical values. Just I will change the numerical values and I will give the program. And everyone will solve the assignments. And the students will feel that I am understanding the concept. And after every class, from 9 to 10, I will take the class. From 10 to 10:30, I'll ask you to bring your laptops and do in front of me only that program. Now, if I do this one, what would be my feedback? Trainer's feedback will be top, excellent, marvelous. Because trainer will give very detailed notes now. Obviously, students will be interested. Now, the same student is sent into the company. Then picture will come. Dirty picture will come. Okay, then they will see the dirty picture. Once they enter into the company only, they will see the dirty picture. This type of feeding, once it was done, they will see the dirty picture in the company. Because everything they will expect, they are also the same way. They will not understand, sir, in the class we have prepared differently, here it is differently. Whereas in this class, whatever the running notes or whatever the way of I am explaining, whatever the speed or whatever the things I am explaining, in the real life also, the team leaders will discuss with you the same thing. You have to write the running notes. In the meeting, you have to take the running notes. Team leader, please go slow. Don't go that much of fast. We can't say like that. Do you know that one? Whenever there is a meeting, and in the meeting, the project manager or your seniors are explaining something, you have to take the running notes as per their speed only. Stop. Don't go that much of fast. I'm writing slowly. I'm keeping the headings. Scale and pencil is required for me. Okay. Remember, these are the real-time facts. So if you want to become as real-time professionals, means you should not get spoon-feeded. Multiple times I'm saying. Why I'm saying this many times multiple in between the class? Because I want my students as a real-time professionals. I want to tune them in the starting only. At the end, if I say all these things also, there will be no use. I want to train my students from the day one. Okay. Once in the day one, everything the students are trained. Generally, my feedback will not be here. My feedback will be after once you get the placement. The students, they will say to me only one thing, sir, in your thing only it is difficult, sir. In your company, it is easy, sir. You only have given the difficult questions. Whatever we have done in the there, exactly we are doing here. And everyone are appreciating us that from where you have learned like this, freshers. Because they have kept as a fresher, but they are equivalent to 2 years persons. Whatever the 2 years persons are doing, they are doing that same work in the high level way. And something new things are there also. They are learning on their own. They are not getting dependent. They are not asking to share your material. They are only collecting the material. They are only doing everything. They are creating the materials. They are getting with respect to so many positives we will get from after entering into the companies. The way of my training. If my aim is to get the money only, and if I want to more business, miss, I can do this one also. But from my perspective, it is not the right one. Right? Remember, I want all the students, you have to do only one thing. Just practice whatever we have completed on the same day. Do this one. Remaining, I will take care. Blindly, I will take care. Do this one. Every day, whatever was completed, do this one. Don't keep any kind of pending. This is only one thing you do. Remaining automatically happens. Whenever there is a project, automatical project comes. Whenever there is a resume building, automatical resume building will come. Whenever there is a certification, automatical certification will come. You don't need to ask that one. Step by step, everything is there. You don't need to get excited. Automatically, everything one by one will be coming. And automatically, after 4 months, you'll get the placement also. Don't go in a zigzag way. Completing of in 2 months, sir. When this certification we are going to take, sir. When time comes, automatically you'll understand. You don't need to ask. Okay? Practice. Multiple times I'm saying practice. For me, practicing, you have to practice is more important. This is what is important. Practice means with understanding the concepts very clearly. Right? Now here, if you go with the while block means it is going to execute multiple times. Whereas if block will be executed only for one time. It is going to print only 0 and DS. That is the difference between these two. Where this block is executed one time, this block is executed multiple times. Is that clear? Difference between if and while? Now, tell me the answer of this one, guys. Write in the notes step by step. I want the correct answer. I want accuracy, not with respect to the time. My target is accuracy, not time. Do as how the Python will do. Letter to letter, in what way it is going to execute, write the same lines in your notes. Take 2 minutes of time, 3 minutes of time, no problem, but I want correct answer. Done? Yeah, tell me. Sorry? 8, 7, 6. Right? So here, whatever the one, while 8 is greater than or equal to 6, print 8. First 8 will be printed and the condition is true. So 8 minus 1, 7. Now again 7. Second one is 7. 7 is greater than or equal to 6 and 7 will be printed. And 7 minus 1, 6. Now next one is 6 greater than or equal to 6 and print 6. So 6 will be printed, followed by x is equal to 6 minus 1, which is 5. Now next one is 5 greater than or equal to 6, which is false. So it will stop here. So these are the 3 lines, that is 8, 7, 6 will be printed. Done. Next example. Whoever has not understood the while loop, please raise your hand. Online students and offline students. Yes. So just while loop means simple condition. There is condition. And here the condition, it is going to check the condition. So here, whatever the values are there, whatever the value is there, x is greater than or equal to 6. Okay. For those students who have not understand, for those students, I'm explaining this code, and remaining people, you execute this one. Okay. Now, x is equal to 8. This is the first line. Up to here, it is creating an object of 8 with x. Done. Completed. This line is completed. Now come to here. That is 8 is greater than or equal to 6. This is called as condition. Now for this condition, only 2 options will there, either true or false. Either write the word called as true or write the word called as false. Once you write this one, now print x. X will be printed. Take the whichever it is printing, write in the rectangular box so that it will be easy for your. Okay. Now 8 is printing. After that, x is equal to 8 minus 1, which is 7. Now 7 will come here. From here to here, again, you are moving. Now here in this position, what is there? X is there. X is there. Now what is the latest value of x? X is equal to 7 is the latest value. Now it is going to check with the 7, not with the original 8, because x was modified to 7. So 7 will be checked. 7 is greater than or equal to 6. It is going to check. So like this, it is going to continue for multiple times till whenever it gets the false, it will stop. Is that clear now? Last. It is clear now? Same. Now you do this. X is equal to 0. Once again, create an object with 0 and name it as x. Now, while 0 is less than 5, x is equal to x plus 3. X is equal to x plus 3 means 0 plus 3, which is nothing but 3. Now from here, it will come down or it will go back up, because this is a normal line. This is not the, which is the block of code. It is not the white block. It is a normal line. How I can know that one? Based on the indentation. Indentation says that it is a normal line. It is not the block. So x is equal to 3. It will come back to again here. Now again, while 3 is less than 5. Now x is equal to x plus 3, which is 3 plus 3, which is 6. Now from here, again, it will go back here. Now, while 6 is less than 5, false. So condition failed. Now it will come down. It will come down and print x. What is the last stored x value? Last stored x value is 6, for which you have checked the condition is 6 only, right? Last stored is 6. So it is going to print the 6. The output is 6. Is that clear? Last stored value of x, whatever the last stored value is there, it is going to check that value. Done? It is clear, guys? Sir, if I take the first 8, check whether the value is greater than or equal to than 8. After that 7, then 6 will be printed. Yes. And it will stop. Exactly. So whenever the condition fails, it will stop. Now next program. Print a list of range of. So I have not explained the range, right? Now let us do this one. Let us ignore this one. Let us move on to this. I'll explain the range. I have forgot to explain the range in the class. Okay. Now, here I'm having with respect to I is equal to 0. If I is less than or equal to 100, if I is less than or equal to 100, it is print. Print means first 0. 0 is less than 100. So 0 is printing. So print 0. And now I is equal to 1. Again, it will come back here. 1 is less than or equal to 100. Again, it will come back here. Like this, it is going to come back. First printing is starting with 0. Last printing, whenever the value of 100 is there here, 100 is equal to less than or equal to 100. Means condition also true. 100 also will be printed. When it is going to fail, when it is 101. Till 101, it will not fail. So 100, till 100, it is going to print. From 0 to 100, it will print all the numbers. By default, the next line, it is going to print in the next line. This is the first block of code output. First block of code output, second block of code. This is a separate program. This is a separate one. Basically, these both are separate. Okay, that is the reason it is taking in the default in the next line. Sir, I want side by side. Then what you have to do? End is equal to space. Take the space. Now you'll get side by side. So 0 space, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, including 100 also space. For 100 also there will be space. If you check here, if you keep your mouse here, there after 100 also there will be space. 0 space. Concept is 0 space, not the separator. It is not the separator. End. End means after the value it will print the space. 0 space, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space. It is not the separator between the value. It is the end. End means after the value. Okay. Now write a program to do the sum of n natural numbers. They asked a program for doing the sum of n natural numbers. For this, that is the program they are asking. Using the while loop. We have to write using the while loop. Now, for example, what is natural numbers? Natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, like this up to n. This is called as n natural numbers. Whole numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3. Real numbers means with respect to the float values also. Here the float values will not be there. Only integers will be there. Right? Now, sum of n natural numbers. First, you select what is the n value you want. For example, I'm selecting the n value as 5. Forget about the Python code. Just you want the first sum of n natural numbers. What is n natural numbers? First 5 natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Assume there is no Python code. Generally, what you are going to do? Sum is what you will do? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. First 1 plus 2, 3. That value you are going to keep in your mind. For that 3, you are going to add this 3. You will get the output as 6. This you are going to keep in your mind. This 6 you are adding to the 4. And you will get the output as 10. 6 plus 4, 10. That you will keep in your mind. And 10 will be added with 5. And finally, you are saying as 15. Sir, 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. Sir, answer is 15. You are going to say like this. Right? This, whatever you are keeping 1 plus 2 in your mind, the 3, keep that one as a variable. Create as a variable. In the Python, it is a variable. That's it. This we are going to do in normal, right? Here there is no Python. We have to do the same thing in the normal. What is the normal means? For whatever the value you are taking here, the value 1 is less than or equal to n. Whatever the value, from where you have to start that value? 1. Take that value from 1. Okay. So first you are printing this one. How to print this one? Only print this one means what is the meaning? While while I is less than or equal to n, print I. Right? For printing 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm writing the code first. After that, I will add one by one. Now this code is clear for printing 1 to 5. Just you are taking first 1, okay, 2 up to 5. 5 should be included or not? Included means equal to. It should not be included means not. Don't keep equal to, just only less than. Then 5 will not be included. If the 5 is equal to 5 means automatically addition phase and 5 will not be included. Right? If you want to include the 5 also, keep the equal to symbol. First in your mind, you have to get the thing is I is equal to or I is less than or equal to n. This is the first thing you have to get in the mind. First, you have to ask the user to enter the value n and he will enter the 5 and you have to collect from starting from 1 to 5. For writing 1 to 5, you have to use I is equal to 1 and I is less than or equal to n. This first step you have to get in your mind. For that, you have to keep the while. Okay, done. Now, first it is going to take 1. 1 will be selected and entered into this one, whatever the loop is there. Now, whatever the 1 is there, it has to be added with what? To the next number. To the next number, it has to be added. And whatever the value is there, it has to be stored. Now, here, what I'm going to do, this I, I'm going to add with the I plus 1. Whatever the I is there, I'm adding with 1. So here, Now this value, whatever the value is there, that I'm going to store in the sum number. So now 1 plus 1 plus 1 total is getting 3. Means it is getting wrong answer. Because, sorry, correct answer only, right? 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 2. So total is 3. Okay, done. 3 is done. Now after here, it will go back here. Now what is 2? 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, that is 2 plus 3, that is 5. It is going to select the 5. Now, with respect to the answer, I'm getting wrong because the total should be 6, right? Not 5. So then what I have to do means I have to do with respect to whatever the I value is there, this I value, I have to add with some other number, which is nothing but initialization I'm going to take. Initially, I'm going to take the sum is equal to 0. And for this, I'm going to add the sum. Sir, why you are doing that one? Because whatever the sum is there, initial sum should not be affected means I have to add with 0. If I add with 0, there will be no difference. If 0 is there, also no difference. If 0, if you don't add also, there will be no difference. Okay. Which value if you add means there is no difference. That value you have to take as the initial value. Now sum is equal to sum plus I. Now you see. Now first I is equal to 1. I is less than or equal to 5. Yes, condition satisfied. 1 plus 0. Now the sum is 1. So 0 plus 1, the total is 1. After this, now what is the latest value of sum? Sum is equal to 1. What is the I value? 1. Completed. Now I is equal to I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1. Now I value will become as 2. Now it will move on to this 2. Now 2 is less than or equal to 5. Now 2 plus sum. What is there already in the sum? 1 is there. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now what is the sum value? 3. You are getting the same thing. Next, I is equal to, now becomes I is equal to 2. It will move on back. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition satisfied. So now it is condition satisfied. Now sum, what is the sum? 3. 3 plus whatever the next number is there, that number will be added. Like this, it is going to add 1 by 1, 1 by 1. It is clear now? Once again, I'm writing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the numbers. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize with 0. 0 plus 1, 1. This sum, whatever the sum I have got, this sum I'm going to take here, and this number I'm going to take here. This both is 3. This sum I'm going to take here, plus this number I'm going to select, which is new value. This sum I'm going to consider here, and along with the new number 10. This sum I'm going to take here along with this one. Every time this sum I'm going to repeat multiple times. So this sum I'm going to initialize with 0. Is that clear now? It is clear? So the same thing, just observe here. What I'm going to do is, first I'm asking the user to enter the value. He is entering the 5. Once he has entered the 5, I is equal to 1, sum is equal to 0, and I'm writing the program where first I is equal to, what is I is equal to? 1. What is the sum is equal to? 0. This is the initial. First step, 0, I means 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition satisfied? So condition satisfied means execute the block. What is there in the block? Sum is equal to sum plus I. What is the sum? 0. What is I? 1. Next, I is equal to I plus 1. What is I? 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Now for you, now you are going to get sum is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. Again, you are starting the program. That is 2 is less than or equal to 5. Now sum is equal to sum plus I. What is sum? What is 1 plus 2? That is total is equal to 3. Now I is equal to I plus 1. That is nothing but I value is 2. 2 plus 1, which is 3. Now sum is equal to 3. I is equal to 3. Again, start the program. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Condition satisfied. Sum is equal to sum plus 1. What is sum? Sum plus I. That is 3 plus 3. Now the sum is 6. Now the sum is 6. After adding 3 plus 3, sum is 6. Now I value is equal to I plus 1. What is I? 3. 3 plus 1, which is 4. Again, take with the sum is equal to 6 and I is equal to 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Now what is sum? Sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum is 6. 6 plus 4. Now total sum is 10. After adding the 4, the total is 10. Now I is equal to 4 plus 1, which is 5. Now sum is equal to 10. I is equal to 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Again, sum. Sum is, what is the sum? 10. For 10, you are adding the 5. Now total is 15. And I is equal to 5 plus 1, which is 6. Now sum is equal to 15 and the latest I value is 6. This is the latest values. Now again, 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition failed. Stop here. Now what is the last stored sum value? 15. That is the answer. It is going to print 15 because he asked us to do only the sum. Now, what is the last stored I value? Print I. What is the last stored I value? Is 6. So if you ask print 5, 15 and 6, these two will be printed because this is the last stored values. Is that clear? Now, why you are doing the initialization? Without doing this initialization, how I can do miss? Right? Now, the same thing. Okay, in the same question, instead of sum, they ask the product. If they ask the product of n natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want to multiply each of them. First, you have to initialize some value with 1. Whenever you are multiplying, that initialization should be done with 1. Whenever you are working on the sum or subtraction, the initialization should be 0 because for that value, if you do this one also, there will be no change. Similarly, for multiplication and division, if you have to assign with 1 because if you multiply also, if you divide with 1 also, the number will not change. Okay, for sum, whatever the number, you select whatever the number. For that number, if you add 0 means there will be no change in the number. Subtract also, there will be no change. For multiplication with 1, there will be no change. For division with 1, there will be no change. For sum and sub, we have to add take the sum initialization with 0. For multiplication and division with 1. Right? Now here, whatever the example is there, the same example I'm taking with the product. Write a program for the product of n natural numbers. Product. Now here, instead of sum, I'm writing the P is equal to product is equal to 1. I'm initializing with 1. And whatever the instead of this sum plus I, I'm going to do P into I. And final output is whatever the here P is equal to P into I. And finally, I'm printing the P, whatever the P is there. That is the program. So now, first what it is going to do means, for example, I have given the n is equal to 5. Now, again, 1 is less than or equal to 5. It will check. Okay, condition satisfied. Now, P, what is the last stored P value? 1. 1 into 1. The final answer is 1. So, just to remember in your case, easy way, one more easy way. N natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forget about that question of 5. They have given only n is equal to 1. In this, if I execute the program, I am writing only 1. Okay, only 1. First natural number. What is the product of first natural number? How you have got? Where is the product? That is only number. For that product, only 1 means how? How to get the product? Product means for this number only you are going to multiplying with 1. This is the product, right? Assume there is only 1 natural number. Not 10 natural numbers are there. Only 1 natural number is there. For this, write the Python code. For the product of only 1 natural number. Product of first natural number. Write the program for the product of first natural number. Write the program. Okay. Now, how you are going to write the program? For example, while I is less than or equal to whatever the number. 1 means 1, 2 means 2, whatever the number. This is common. Whatever the product you are asking, first I'm going to multiply with 1. And this value I'm going to store in the same output called as P. Now, when you are writing here, this value, without writing anything, how you can write here? It will throw the name error. So first we have to initialize with P is equal to 1. If you don't write this one and if you write directly this code, it will throw the name error. Because the program will come to here in this line, P into 1. Right side part will be executed first. First to execute the P value, where is the P value? So P value is not there. So P value has to be assigned with 1. Is that clear? And I value, because this is a while loop, where I is working with respect to I is less than or equal to n, I is also not there. Otherwise, it will throw the name error. See here. First, I am writing like this. Okay, first I am writing while I less than or equal to n. First, I am writing I is less than or equal to n and print I value. Print I value inside that. Whatever the I is there, print I. This is the program. It will throw that whatever the okay, it will throw with respect to an error. What is I first? Tell me what is I. I is less than or equal to n. You are writing what is I first. You tell me what is I. I you have not given any value, right? Then what I have to consider in I? Tell me that. So then we are writing with I is equal to 1. Now I is 1 we have written. Now 1 is less than or equal to n. Again it will throw an error. What is n again? N is nothing but total number. Ask the user to enter the value. So user has entered the answer as 5. Now it is going to execute. Otherwise, it will not execute, right? So now it is going to execute, and it is going to execute 1 is less than or equal to n. 1 is what is I value? 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Condition true. Enters and print I. What is I? 1. 1 will be printed. Again, it will come back here. Now, what is the I value? Again, it will print. What is the latest I value? What is the latest I value? What is the latest I value? Every time the condition is getting true only, right? When the condition is getting failed, never the condition gets failed, right? Because you have not incremented the I value. So I value was not incremented or decremented, then how it will be condition fail? I value will be always same value, same I value. I value also will not change. I was not changing, so condition is not changing. Answer also not changing. And the execution is infinite. This is called as infinite loop. Multiple times. It is true, 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 true. It is executing. If you want to stop means you have to click on the stop. This is stop button. Then it will stop. Right? Now, so here what I'm going to do means I is equal to I plus 5. Now, latest value of I will change. Every time I value changes. Otherwise, I will be fixed. Right? Now, in this case, once you do this one, right? Okay. I is equal to I plus 5. First, I is equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to n. Condition satisfied. So 1 is less than 5. Entered. Now I is equal to I plus 5 means now I value is 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5? No. Condition failed, so it is stopping. So it has to stop means I should be either incremented or decremented. Like this, we are writing one by one. The reason first we have started here. I have written the first code is this one. First code is this one. After that, I have added the while. Since I added the while, I'm writing some block of code which is print. Then I realized that I value should be given. Then I have written this one. N value should be given. Then I have written this one. I have not started from the top. In the company, we are not going to do directly exact answer. Okay. First, we are whatever you're getting in the mind, we'll write. And after that, we'll do that one. Not compulsory, you have to write from the stop only. It is not mandatory that you have to start from the starting that take the user, this one only. There is no like that. Right? Now, okay. It is, for example, I is equal to I plus, whatever the I is equal to I plus 1. So it is printing 1 to 5. Now, I want to print sum. Every time I want to do the sum. Sum means first I'm going to take first number of 0, 0 plus 1. Sum means then I'm going to create. Now, sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I. And if I execute the code, it will throw the error because sum is not defined. What is sum? First, you have to write the sum. What is the sum? You have to write the sum. Sum is equal to 0. You have to take with 0. Right? Now it is going to execute with respect to sum is equal to sum plus I. Right? Now, if you ask that sum, print sum only, it will print the sum. Otherwise, it will not print, right? It will store the value. The value is getting stored every time, but it is not printing. Why it is I is printing? Because you asked to print I, so it is printing. The reason behind this is it is printing. Right? Now, if you instead of this one, I want to print the sum. Whatever the sum is there, print sum. Now, first time, 0 plus 1, 1 will be printed. After that, 1 plus 2, 3 will be printed. After that, 6. After that, 10. After that, 15. Every time it is printing. Whatever the sum is there, every time it is printing. Now, instead of sum, I'm doing the multiplication. Product means just multiply. The only difference is with respect to, for example, you have taken with 1. First initialization you have done with 0 means P is equal to 0. For that next number, if you multiply also 0, 0, 0. Every time you'll get 0 only. Instead of this one, if you multiply, if you write here itself multiplication, answer will be 0 every time. 0 into anything is 0 only, because you initialize with 0. So the initialization we have to change with 1. Then 1 into 1. First it is going to take 1. For 1 into 1, it is 1. After this output, 1 into 2, which is 2. For 2 into 3, which is 6. 6 into 4, which is 24. 24 into 5, which is 120. Is that clear? This value I'm taking one more time. One more time the sum. Whatever the sum is there, that sum again I'm taking one more time. Is that clear? Done. Similarly, find the product of numbers present in a list. This time I'm working on the list. Now, product of the given list. List is equal, product is equal to initialization 1. First, I have to extract this value. This value, how I can extract? By using the indexing. By using the indexing. So, initialization, that whatever the p value is there earlier, product of n natural numbers. Product of n natural numbers. Right? So you have taken I is equal to 1, n is equal to 5, and p is equal to 1. And while I less than or equal to n, you have taken p is equal to p into I, and I is equal to I plus 1. And finally, you have printed the p value. This is the thing which we have done in the previous example. Now here, I'm having the values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Assume there is a list. Now same, p is equal to 1. There is no difference in the p is equal to 1. Initialization is same. Now while this, first I have to extract this value. How to extract this value? Indexing. Indexing starts from where? 0. So I should be equal to 0. Now I is less than or equal to, what is the index maximum number? With respect to length of the list. Whatever the length of the list minus 1. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is p is equal to p into whatever the list. Let us store this list in L. Okay. L of I. Now what is I miss? 0. 0 is less than or equal to, with respect to length of the list is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 4. So 5, it is 4. Whatever the 4 is there. So L of 0. What is there in the L of 0? 1 is there. 1 will be multiplied with 1. And it is going to continue. Now I is equal to I plus 1. Simple print pre. Is that clear? Now I starts from here. I starts from 1 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I values are these values. Here I values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the I values. Is that clear? So that is the difference between these two. So here it is in a list. Here it is the numbers directly. Clear, guys? Concept is clear? Done. So let us execute some of the programs of while loop, and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class with respect to loops of while and along with the for loops. In the tomorrow's class, we'll continue in the for loops also.